Hi, it's me, LaPan of Shooting Star Astrology and LaPan's Super Astrology. We're going to talk about Mars today. Mars is the planet that shows how we use our time and how we expend our energies. It's going to go retrograde from September 8th through November 13th. What's unusual about this is that Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are all also retrograde. Having all of the planets pass the Earth retrograde at the same time has not happened in the last 30 years. When this occurs, we start to come to terms with things that have happened. And when all of the outer planets are retrograde at the same time, it represents a cultural shift. During the retrograde times, we try to correct and reconcile whatever has gone wrong in the past so that we can progress for the future. When it happened last, for a few days, in July of 1986, Russia convicted a general for spying for the U.S. The U.S. convicted an FBI agent for espionage, and a Supreme Court justice was impeached for tax evasion. NASA created the Rogers Commission to find out what exactly happened to the spacecraft Challenger. Oddly, this phenomenon happened 2 years prior to that in 1984 and 2 years prior to that in 1982. The UK had come into some serious happenings during those few weeks in 1982 when the Canada Constitution was proclaimed and the dispute over the Falkland Islands became an armed conflict. What's interesting about the Falkland Islands conflict is that Argentina instigated the invasion under a retrograde Mars. One of the characteristics of this aspect is when someone picks a fight during a retrograde Mars, he or she or they are liable to lose, which Argentina did. So, a word of caution is to not pick any fights between September 8th and November 13th, 2020. I don't find any of this, all of the outer planets retrograde at the same time, occurrence happening any time in the next 30 years. A lot of times we'll say to ourselves, "Ooh, what a coincidence that Russia is convicting one of their government officials while the United States was also convicting a government official." But if we look to astrology, we will see that it is not a coincidence. These sort of coincidences happen when particular astrological energies interact.